Hello and welcome to yet another session on self-development. And the topic for today is the power of habit. We are going to understand that how small changes will lead to big results. So come, without further ado, let's move on to transforming your life one habit at a time. Now, the very first question that comes to your mind is why habits matter. Yes. Now, Aristotle says we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act but a habit. Now remember one thing, we are always we listen from our elders that ऐसे करोगे तो ऐसा हो जाएगा. If you do this, you're going to become like this, isn't it? So when we inculcate good things, we become a good individual. Now most of the time that certain acts that you do throughout the day, you end up making them a habit. It automatically becomes your habit. 40% of your actions in a day will become your habit. Now your good habits will be leading to long-term success, and your bad habits will slowly lead you to destructions. Now, the question that might be coming into your mind is, how are habits formed? Isn't it? Now, remember, habit is nothing but a loop of a trigger, the action that we take in response to the trigger, and the satisfaction we derive after taking the action. So, first we make our habits, then our habits make us. Now, this is said by John Dryden. He says the habits get formed through a loop. The very first loop is the cue or the triggering agent. Now, what is a triggering agent? Let's say a simple thing. Your phone buzzes, right? So, what is the action that you take? You immediately look for your phone, you pick it up, try to look at the notifications, or if it's a call, you try to do that, isn't it? And let's say, okay, it's a message from your friend. So what would you do? You would go ahead, you would respond to the message, and you will feel satisfied that you are connected to people. Now this thing that every time your phone buzzes, you pick up the phone, you check your phone, you respond or you react. Now this thing, once it starts, and you will go on repeating this action over and over and over n times in a day, and you will make it your habit. Now that's how habits are formed. Now the question is, can I change a habit? Can I break from a habit? Yes, you can. There is a 1% rule that is coined over here. Tiny changes, remarkable results. Now understand one thing, that when we say that, okay, this is a bad habit and I need to change it, can you do it overnight? No, you can't. Let's take up a simple habit. Like most of us are used to eating junk food. Or let's even forget junk food. We are all used to snacking every now and then. And then suddenly one day we realize, oops, the weight is beyond the expected. It's not good for our health. What do? Tell me one thing. Can you go ahead and overnight stop the snacking habit? No, you can't. But yes, you may do small steps, or you may take small steps, and slowly over a period of time stop this snacking habit. Now, 1% better every day will make you at least 37 times better in a year. Reading 1 page per day will help you cover 30 books over a year. And another example, most of us are very happy with the money thing. Save 10 rupees every day. What happens? At the end of the year, you have 3,650 rupees with you. Isn't it? So that's the power of 1% rule. Now, let's take a look at how do we go about building good habits. Now see, we are humans. We were not born the way we are or the way we behave today. Isn't it? We have created these habits, good, bad, whatever it is. These habits is what we have acquired by our everyday actions. So in a similar manner, if you want to build good habits, there are 4 steps. First thing is make it obvious. Right? Like let's say I decide that I want to cultivate a good habit of going for a walk every day morning. Right? So what would I do? Just to ensure that I stay with it, I would go ahead and put my jogging shoes or put my walking shoes right next to my bed. And what would happen? What happens is when I get up in the morning, I see the shoes instantly and I am given a trigger that okay, you need to go for a walk. So let's wear the shoes, let's get started. Step number 2 is make it attractive. Now most of the time, when we are trying to change, we always want small rewards, isn't it? So go ahead, couple it up with some other thing or other habit that you like. Some of us enjoy listening to music when we are walking. So couple your jogging or your walking while listening to some music. So that gives you an added reward. Step number 3, make it easy. You're not going to just the day 1, I'm running 5 kilometers. No, you're not going to do that. Take small steps at a time. Go for a 15 minutes walk. Increase it to 20, 25, 30. So over a period of time, you would see that yes, you are able to make a drastic change. And then feel satisfied. Go ahead, keep track of your progress. See, there is nothing more satisfying to anyone just to see that his progress is being recorded and he can see that okay, yeah, that day I was here, today I am here. So if you see that growth, you feel more satisfied. So go ahead, maintain records. Correct? Then same way, how could you break a bad habit? All you need to do is reverse the formula. Make it invisible. Okay? That is, stop looking for junk food around. Don't look at it. No, I'm not doing it. Make it very unattractive. That is, everywhere what you can do is the easiest thing that you can do is you can, just go ahead and write everywhere. Like junk food is bad for health. Junk food is not good for health. Like such notes, and you can paste it everywhere, mostly on your fridge. Just place it on the fridge door or even on the freezer door, and the moment you want to you're craving for ice cream and you go to the fridge, it's bad for you, and you close it and you come back, right? So make it unattractive. Make it difficult. Now most of us have got used to this easy living, and we have 120 apps on our phone like Zomato, Swiggy, Blinkit, this, that, so many of them. And whenever we feel like having something, click, order. Get it, eat it. Now it's that simple, isn't it? So first of all, go ahead and uninstall all those apps that go on giving you attractive notifications of pulling you back to that, eating of junk food around. So just go ahead and do that. And then also remember, step number 4. What happens is, this is, when we need to pick up a good habit, it is difficult, but it is more difficult to break a bad habit. So here you may also look at, see, with good habit you have trackers, but for bad habit you need a friend or someone who loves you to go on telling you stop, and who's just actually dancing on your head and saying no, you're not doing it. Somebody who's going to hold you accountable for your actions, right? So go ahead, have an accountability partner and break your bad habits. Now guys, I want you to do me a favor. Go ahead in the comment sections, write me a comment stating that this is the good habit that I want to start building from today, and this is the bad habit that I am planning to break from today. Right? That's how you're going to be making the impact. Now, you may think, "Arey yaar, habit hi to hai," right? But then there are certain real life success stories which are attached to it. Now, one such success story is of James Clear. Now, he got severely injured during a baseball match, and he was told that no, you cannot further play the game. And what he did, he focused on tiny habits. He first started with small fitness habits. He started doing simple routines like 1 push-up a day and continued growing healthy. At the same time, he also started his writing career. He simply applied the 1% rule, but he kept on writing it consistently until his blog gained traction. And then he achieved the breakthrough success. His blog attracted millions and millions of followers, leading to a best-selling book, that is Atomic Habits. The lesson that we learn from this success story is that start small. Tiny actions will lead to significant changes over a period of time. Whatever tiny habit that you start or a tiny action that you start, be consistent in that. Success comes from repetition. Go on repeating it, and you become perfect. Focus on building good habits, but not just setting goals. You cannot just say that, okay, by the end of the year, I'm going to run a marathon. But what are you doing today for running that marathon over a period of year? Start going for walks today, right? Another success story that I have for you is from the British cycling team. Now remember, just understand one thing. Now this was a team for nearly 100 years, okay? It remained a mediocre team. They did not won any Olympic gold medal since 1908, and they never won the Tour de France. But in 2003, something happened. Yes, what happened was there was the change in the coach. The coach was Sir Dave Brailsford. Okay, and he introduced a strategy of aggregation of marginal gains. Okay, what he tried to do was give them that one tiny habit to change, and while they kept on following it, they grew better and better. And you know what was the result of this? It was unbelievable. In 2008 Beijing Olympics, the British team won 7 out of 10 gold medals in cycling. In 2012 London Olympics, they dominated again and won 7 more gold medals. And finally, in the first ever Tour de France win in 2012, they won 5 out of the next 6 tours. So that's the power of tiny habits. Now, you're going to take a pen and paper now, and you're going to take up this new habit challenge. Go ahead with clear, colorful pen and paper. Write one small habit that you are going to start today. Think about it write it down. Now, before you start your journey, let me guide you with certain pitfalls and what happens when you stay consistent. Now, when most of us want to have a better of ourselves, we always want, I want to be a better me, but we fail. Why? Because what we try to do is we try to change too much at a time. That's not going to work. Second thing that creates problem for us is, when we initially start, we are super excited, and after some days, the excitement dies and we have said bye-bye to our goal. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to be accountable for it. And then there is no clear system that we have decided for ourselves that, okay, this is how we're going to enhance, this is how we're going to go about it. So these are certain common pitfalls that people come across and they fail. But there are certain tips for success too. That is, use your habit tracking apps. Like especially when you're talking about the health goals, you have a lot of health apps which are available nowadays on phones. Use a supportive community. Now, most of the time, you get encouraged when you have a team of people encouraging you. And what better than having a community of people who are having similar goals? And then focus on identity-based habits. So these are certain pitfalls and certain tips for success. Now, what we have gone across in today's session is understanding that how habits get formed, how tiny improvements can compound into massive success. We understood the 4-step strategies to make a good habit and break a bad habit. With that session, we come to an end of our session, and I hope that you enjoyed being a part of this session and you are looking forward to making and breaking habits. So please go ahead, stick to your goals and make yourself a better person in the coming few days. Take up the new habit challenge, avoid the pitfalls, stay consistent, and look at a better self in a few days. Thank you so much. If you liked the session, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share it with your friends and loved ones. Thank you so much. This is Mukta signing off.